Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another book recommendation video for you. And this one was where I asked you on my community page to give me one word, one random word, and I will give you a book recommendation based on that word. So this was really fun. Thank you so much to everyone who participated. Because again, when I put the feelers out there and ask for a trope or a word or whatever, I can't make the video if you guys don't, if I don't get enough responses. So thank you so much for everyone that just took the time, thought of a crazy word, and made me work for it. So thank you. So I got quite a few responses, so thank you so much. So we're going to get into them without further ado. So the first person was a Fully Booked Penguin, gave the word loyal. And what first came to mind was Queen of the Tearling, which is Erica Johansson. And that is a fantasy trilogy that is finished. I think it's a very underrated fantasy. So I thought of loyalty. I thought of the relationship between Kelsey and Lazarus, which is the queen. She's the Queen of the Tearling, the queen. And kind of like this, her knight, her protector, her like a father figure. So like a very much like found family, a very intense father figure for her. And just like the fierce loyalty he has for her, it becomes it becomes like the relationship that they grow. I've not read this book for like quite a while, but that like relationship between them really like resonated with me and like sticks with me now that actually came to mind when we're talking about loyalty. So it's not like even like a friend loyalty. It's not a romantic loyalty. It is like really kind of like found father figure and like kind of found daughter figure loyalty. He will call her out for sure. And it's not all smooth sailing, but he always has her best interests at heart and always has her back. So I think that relationship in the Queen of the Tearling definitely screams loyalty for me. The next word is from Sabina Farmer, and she gave me the word rodeo, which is really hard for me. I know there's tons of books that are in this kind of vein, but I don't really read like Western romances or anything to do with like rodeo stuff. It's just not my jam. It's not my jam. So the closest I could come to was an arc that I just read last month, and that is Playing With My Heartstrings by H.K. Green. So this is like a new release, indie release. And while there's no actual rodeo in it, it is kind of like country vibes. It's about a country singer that has to, under the pressure of his label, has to participate in this kind of The Voice meets The Bachelor. Like all these women are competing not only for like a relationship with him, but like kind of to be a musical act with him as well. So there's that. They do go horseback riding on one of the dates, if I remember correctly. So there's a horse, but no rodeo. But he's a country singer. He like wears a cowboy hat. So that's what I came up with. The next word is fall, and that is from Mood Reader 3302. And I kind of went on vibes with this one. So I went with Uprooted by Naomi Novik. And this story has very much like dark forests. Like it gives fall vibes. And there's like dragons and like that living in like, it's kind of like little cottagecore, which also kind of gives me like, there's elements of like, I would say like cottage and like little like habit living, kind of like that kind of feeling, which I think like it goes very well with fall vibes. So yes, I would say Uprooted for that one. The next word that was submitted by Bookscapade was crow. So I went with the title, Six of Crows, that's what came to mind, by Leigh Bardugo. And this is like it's a duology, and it is a like found family, very much found family. So if you like found family and you haven't read Six of Crows yet, you will love it. Found family like a heist book. So there's like all these different people that come together for all these different reasons and the different traumas, and they find family with each other. And yeah, they're like criminals. So they do heists together, and you kind of like unravel all their traumas as you read the book. The next word was submitted by Enchanted Bookends, and it was pumpkin. So I kind of went off the same like fall vibes as fall. the fall word that I was given. So I went with The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I actually have it on my physical TBR shelf up there, and it's on my TBR shelf, so I haven't read it, but I got it from a free little library based on the cover. So I didn't realize how like popular it is. So I'm glad I picked it up. So I will be reading that, but it definitely gives like dark fairy tale vibes, like a hidden wood or like a forbidden wood, the hazelwood, and like dark family secret. It gives pumpkin vibes, which fall. I'm kind of like doing the fall thing again. It kind of gives those vibes to me. It has like mysterious woods and like seasonal magic. So again, hopefully there is actually a pumpkin in it, but I have not read it yet. But I think it's giving me pumpkin vibes. The next word was danger. That was submitted by Scorpio Queen 3538. And I had the recommendation of Bird Box by Josh Malerman. And this was made into a movie, maybe on Netflix. I can't remember where it was on, but they made a movie out of it with Sandra Bullock. And basically, it's like a very tense, like ever-present danger type of feeling in the book. Well, we're in a world where if you see these things in the world, so it's like kind of like dystopian, post-apocalyptic, because something's happened to the world. And like if you see them in the world, then, they can get you. But as long as you don't see them, they can't get you. So people have blinded themselves. If you venture outside, you have to wear like blindfolds. If you see them, it's over. So Mallory is raising her 2 children who were born like during this whole thing. Just trying to keep them alive. And they go on this like adventure, like trying to get to a safe place, and they have to be blindfolded the whole time. So yeah, a lot of danger. A lot of danger in this book. That's what came to mind for the word danger. So What Victoria Read gave me the word cat, and I have 2 recommendations for this. One was the actual recommendation, which is nonfiction, but some people don't like nonfiction, so I'll give a quick fiction recommendation, and that is the first book in the Crescent City series, which is like House of Earth and Blood. I had to look at that. Was like Court of yada yada yada, House of yada yada yada, all that. I cannot retain. So House of Earth and Blood, there is a talking cat in that book, so enjoy that. But for my real recommendation, it is A Cat Named Bob by James Bowen. And this is about a street musician and recovering addict in London. He wrote this book, and he's just really struggling. He's really struggling to stay sober, finding reasons to stay sober, and, make ends meet and all this. But he befriends and kind of like adopts this homeless cat named Bob that he names Bob. And Bob gives him a purpose. It gives him a reason to keep going, to stay healthy. He's got to take care of Bob. He's got to make sure Bob eats. He's got to take Bob to the vet. Gives him a purpose. And Bob kind of like becomes like a sensation. He's always with him. He follows him around everywhere. And they just have this like extremely deep bond, James and Bob. There are also 2 sequels to this book, which I have not read, but they are called The World According to Bob and Bob No Ordinary Cat. There's also a movie, A Street Cat Named Bob, that came out in 2016, which I believe I watched. But I just loved the book. I just loved how it gave this man purpose. And yeah, Bob became like a little celebrity. Bob passed away, maybe, I'm so bad with like timelines, but maybe a little bit before COVID, I think. So he had a great life, and James like took like care of him. So it's a very heartwarming story between like the bond between human and animal, and how it really kept James's head above water and like gave him a purpose. So of all the words to choose, I got 2 very similar ones. So Liz Loves Books and Strawberry Book Reader both gave me the word strawberry or strawberries. So I'm putting those together. And I chose The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. Now, this book is like extreme summer vibes. It's very buzzy right now because the last season of the show is airing right now. And it's airing in the summer because it's really about the summertime. And it is like really like one of the ultimate summer reads. But it's about a brother and a sister, and then their mom's best friend and her sons. And they all spend the summers at this beach house in Cousins. And yeah, those are like very formative summers for all of them, and how they kind of get intertwined together with relationships and loss and friendship and everything. The summers there are very, like I said, formative for them. And it is big summer vibes. And like, what's more like summery than like strawberries? I don't know. So yeah, strawberry was giving me summer vibes, and The Summer I Turned Pretty is very summer vibes. Elle's endless epilogues gave me the word chicken. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really hard. But then I was looking through my read list, like my TBR, and I found a book with a chicken on the cover. And also there's chickens in it, but it is on my TBR, so I haven't read it yet. But it is Funny Farm, My Unexpected Life with 600 Rescue Animals by Lori Zelsky. And yeah, this is a nonfiction on my TBR, so I haven't read it yet. But she obviously has like a huge amount of rescue animals that she takes care of, and chickens are some of them. And apparently there's like some funny anecdotes and like stories about the chickens that she takes care of. So there you go, chicken. That Mama Book Nook gave me the word forgotten. And what immediately came to mind was Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, because there is a character in that book, without giving too much away, that has forgotten things. And that has a big impact on the plot, the characters, everything. That's very simple, saying that a character has forgotten things, but it has huge impacts in the book, and it is actually a massive part of the plot. You Still Reads gave me the word color. And so I kind of twisted this a bit, and I went with Hidden Pictures by Jason Recula. And this is a horror. And basically it's about a little boy, a woman that comes to like nanny for a little boy. And he starts drawing or coloring some disturbing pictures. And she has to kind of unravel like why he's doing this, like what's behind it. Is it with something sinister? Is it something with his parents? Is there all these questions? But she's definitely concerned about the like nature of the pictures that he's coloring. And yeah, there's a mystery to unfold there. This Kiwi03 gave me the word black. She said she'd go easy on me this time because she gave me the renovation romance for my trope my trope video, which I'll link above and below. So it went with black. So I chose Black Rabbit Hall by Eve Chase. Now, I gave this 5 stars, but it has been so many years. I really, really need to reread it. I have it on my shelf back there. I do need to reread it because some of the details are fuzzy. But this is basically, Black Rabbit Hall is like a nickname for this manor, a very like gothic, atmospheric manor where some things went down. There's like forbidden love, like dark family secrets. And it isn't until about like some decades later that this main character starts like processing what happened and like discovering some secrets. But it's very atmospheric, gothic manor called Black Rabbit Hall. So black. Ethan Michael 17 gave me the word sleeves, which was really good, really hard. I was like, I don't know. So I kind of took a different meaning to it. It said like sleeves that like are on a shirt, and I did like tattoo sleeves. So I chose The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. And of course, this is like the Millennium series is a very popular series. Like the books are amazing. I know you've heard of it. You've probably seen the movie. There's all 3 movies. They made the Swedish version. They made all 3. We got only the first one. But the Millennium series is amazing. I've read the original ones. My husband's went on to read the like additional books, and he says those are very good as well. So it's a great series. But the main character, Lisbeth, she is covered with tattoos. And yeah, so she has tattoo sleeves. So that's what I went with, sleeves. But it's an amazing series. Basically, she helps out a reporter that has gotten in some trouble with his reporting. He's trying to like reclaim his name and his reputation. She helps him solve a mystery of a missing girl. That's all I'll say about it. But the whole series is amazing. So Kitty013426 gave me the word YouTube. And I didn't want to just give like some kind of like nonfiction book about YouTube. So I stuck with fiction, and I did Better Than the Movies by Liz Painter. So the main character in this book is like an aspiring filmmaker. There's a lot of mentions of like, I think probably YouTube is mentioned explicitly, but I can't remember for sure. But like online movie culture and like aspiring filmmaking, and YouTube obviously plays a huge part in aspiring filmmaking. The book also gives like very much online content creation vibes. So that's what I went for the word YouTube. Okay, so those are all the words you guys gave me. Thank you so much for coming up with such like creative and random words for me to look up recommendations for. That's all for me today. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please make sure to stop into our reading and productivity sprints that we have about twice a week. Down below you'll find my like Bookstagram, my Goodreads, wish list, blah, 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 blah. All of it's down in the description box below. So that's all for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.